Good morning, children. This is the unit about light. In intro, we discussed light is nothing but a form of energy which is traveling as electromagnetic waves. So, about this light, we are discussing in the topic of optics. In our daily life, the light playing an important role that never we can avoid. ஸோ லைட்டில் நம்ம லைஃபே இல்லைன்னு சொல்லலாம். வி ஆர் சீயிங் ஈச் அதர். ஈவன் நமக்கு தேவையான ஃபுட்டும் சன்லைட்லேருந்து கிடைக்குது, எல்லாமே நமக்கு தெரிஞ்ச விஷயம்தான். யூ மே ஸ்டடி இன் பயோ. அண்ட் ஹியர் வி ஆர் டிஸ்கஸிங் அபவுட் ப்ராப்பர்ட்டிஸ் ஆஃப் லைட் அண்ட் வாட் ரூல்ஸ் ஆர் ரெக்வயர்ட். இது எல்லாமே நம்ம பார்த்துட்ருக்கோம். ஸோ இன் லாஸ்ட் கிளாஸ் த டாபிக் ஸ்டார்டட் வித் ரிஃப்ளெக்ஷன் ஆஃப் லைட். So what are the laws are there to reflect the light? There are two rules அதை நம்ம டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணிட்டோம். One is incident ray, the reflected ray, and normal. At the point of incidence, all lie in the same plane. Then second rule is the angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. So these rules were discussed, and these rules are must for laws of reflection. And then we discussed about lateral inversion, how it happens அப்படின்றத நம்ம லாஸ்ட் கிளாஸ் டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணிட்டோம். And today we are going to start the topic of real and virtual image. So first thing, what is real? We'll see what is real. When the light is coming from the source and that light rays is meeting particular point after the reflection, then the image formation is called as real image. Okay, and this one is always inverted. So real image can be produced on a screen. This is called as what? Real image. So what is the condition? The light is starting from the source, it is falling on the reflecting material, it is reflecting and meeting at the particular point, it forms an image. This is called as real image. It is placed, it is falling on the screen, and this image is always inverted. So those conditions are satisfied, that image, that real image, that is called as real image. And also one more condition, this real image can be produced on a screen. Okay, and next is virtual image, and here we can define this the same like definition. When the light rays coming from an object or source do not actually meet, it won't meet, but it appear like to meet. That meeting is happens in backwards of mirror. The image will be virtual image, and this virtual image is always erect and cannot be caught on a screen. Have you understood, children? So real நம்ம ஸ்க்ரீனில் கேட்ச் பண்ண முடியும். Okay, but this virtual cannot be caught on a screen. So these two are definitions are called as real and virtual images. Okay, and see two figures are given. Ida mirror, light ray source இந்த ஒரு light rays இந்த மிரரில் பட்டு ரிஃப்ளெக்ட் ஆகி இங்கே மீட் ஆச்சுன்னா ரியல் இமேஜ். Okay, and suppose back side meet ஆச்சுன்னா here see the object is placed where virtual object. Okay, and here there is a real object. Light rays object இருந்து வருது but reflect ஆகுது. That image forming behind that mirror, it is appearing like meeting behind the mirror. Okay, and see here the rays are not meeting at particular point. This image formation is called as what? Virtual image. Have you understood, children? So real image can be produced on a screen, virtual image cannot be caught on a screen. So these are the main difference between the real and விர்ச்சுவல். ஸோ இது நல்லா அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ணிக்கிங்க. இதே கான்செப்ட் நீங்கள் 12th படிப்பீங்க. பட் அங்கே இவ்வளோ எக்ஸ்பிரஷன் இருக்காது. ஜஸ்ட் தே வில் சே வாட் இஸ் ரியல், வாட் இஸ் ரியல் அண்ட் வாட் இஸ் விர்ச்சுவல் இமேஜ் அப்படின்றத ஜஸ்ட் வில் ஹாவ் அ டாபிக். இந்த மாதிரி எக்ஸ்பிரஷன் இல்லாமல் நம்ம டைரெக்டாக அப்படியே போயிட்டுருக்கோம். ஸோ யூ ஹாவ் டு அண்டர்ஸ்டுட் இன் திஸ் 9th itself. Okay. Next is activity 1. So we have to stand in front of mirror like a dressing table or the mirror which is fixed on steel almirah. We can see the whole body. This is the question. We can see the whole body. When we can see, the mirror should be at least half of your height. Okay, your height 160 centimeter nu eduthitona, that should be, that mirror should be 80 centimeter. Okay, minimum it should be half of its our height அப்படின்றப்போ okay 160 centimeter height இருக்கவங்களுக்கு வந்து 80 centimeter height இருக்க mirror இருந்துச்சுன்னா we can see our full body. If it is lesser than 80 அப்படின்றப்போ we can't see the full body on the mirror. Okay, இது எப்படின்றத we'll discuss in higher classes. Just இதை மட்டும் மைண்டில் வச்சுங்க. Okay, so there is a formula to get a full image. Height of the mirror is equal to height of the body of the standing person divided by 2, or we can say your height divided by 2. Okay, and next is curved mirrors. So in these curved mirrors we are going to discussing about laws of reflection. So what are the laws we discussed? Incident, reflected and normal, all meeting at the particular point and also all lie in the same plane. The angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. So this is these two laws we are using in this. So you have studied that many types of curved mirrors to see our face or to see an object, such as spherical and parabolic mirrors. The most commonly used type of curved mirror is called as spherical mirror. What is that? It is the most commonly used mirror is called as what? Spherical mirror. Okay, now here we will see about spherical mirrors. In curved mirrors, the reflecting surface can be considered to form part of the surface of a sphere. Such mirrors whose reflecting surfaces are spherical in shape, then it are called as spherical mirrors. You understood, children? Some mirrors, the reflecting surface can be considered to form a part of the surface of a sphere. Then such mirrors whose reflecting surfaces are spherical are called as spherical mirrors. And in some spherical mirrors, the reflecting surface is curved inwards. So it faces towards the center of the sphere. That kind of mirror are called as concave mirror. So the midpoint is when inside. In some other mirror, the reflecting surface is curved outwards. So for example, we can say if mirror means, see here, this backside line, it gives it's the rough surface which is used to reflect, and see here the midpoint is going inside. This is called as concave. This is reflecting surface. The mirror is like this, means this is reflecting surface, and see here the backside of the reflecting surface with the lines, rough surface, and this is the reflecting surface, and midpoint is coming outward. This is called as what? Concave mirrors. In some other mirrors, the reflecting surface is curved outward, is called as convex, and it is inside, means this is called as what? Concave mirror. So we understood what are the two kinds of mirrors. And next is, it's about image formation by two spherical mirrors. And here it is explained in activity number 2. So you have to hold a concave mirror in hand. So we are focusing this reflecting surface towards sun, and the reflected light ray is allowed to fall on the sheet or paper. Okay, that paper is placed little closer, almost closer to the mirror, and then we are seeing the image of the reflected light rays is focusing on the paper, and now we adjust the paper towards or backwards till to get the intensified light rays which is focused at that particular point. The paperல sunlightோட particular point focus ஆகிற மாதிரி வச்சுக்கிட்டு now you stop the movement. So in this fixed distance the paper is started to burning, it started to catching fire. So what you understood from this? So from this we can say, we can explain why it catches fire. So the light rays which is coming from the sun are parallel rays. It could be focused at a point using the mirror called as concave mirror. Now we can say this concave mirror focusing the parallel light ray at particular point on this paper means because of the dense intensity of light ray it get more heat. Okay, when we are changing the position, the light ray is not focused at particular point means it won't get heat like a previous one. So from that we can say when we are focusing all the parallel light at particular point, it produces maximum heat. Okay, next experiment, the candle which is lighted and we are using the white screen. So between the white screen and the lighted candle, we having the concave mirror. In front of the concave mirror. Now we are adjusting the position of the screen. When we are moving the screen front and back, the size of the image is also changing. Not only size, the shape is also changing. You can see a small and inverted image. So when we are bringing the candle closer to the mirror, now the object closer to the mirror, the image becomes bigger. And once again you try to locate the image when you bring the candle very close to the mirror. Okay, and now we can say an erect magnified image of the candle is seen. In some different positions of the object, an image is obtained on the screen. At some positions, the object, there is no image is obtained. It is clear that behavior, the concave mirror is much more complicated than plane mirror. So however, here it is explained, the geometrical technique. Then we can simplify and understand the behavior of the image formed by the concave mirror. So if we are using plane mirror, only two ways to understand how to get full image of a person. But for understanding the nature of image formed by a spherical mirrors, we need to look at four specific rules. So when we are understanding that four specific rule, then only we can say the nature of the image and where it will be formed and how it will be, we can understand easily. And that rules are given in the topic 6.3.3. So about this rule, we'll discuss in our next class. Okay, and for today's homework, you mark two answers. One is for real image. So this answer which I marked here. So right question, what is called real image? And next one is virtual image. Okay, and the question is what is called virtual image? So you throw these two questions with these two diagrams, then write in your homework part, then you send that homework image to my personal WhatsApp number. Okay, thank you children.